We lit, we live. We lit, we live. We lit, we live. Cause marriage is wild. We lit, we live. Cause marriage is wild. We lit, we live. It's wild. We lit, we live. It's wild.
Welcome back to another episode of Marriage is Wild.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yep. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, y'all. Because this is March, we thought it was only right, or at least I thought it was only right to end March, which is also Women's History Month, the correct way by praising the wives on this show. Okay. Y'all better get excited.
Yes.
Return to sender. Okay. But no, so husbands, because you gonna still talk about your lady in her absence. I'm gonna do the 3-2-1 method, okay? So that is, we're gonna do 3 compliments. Well, y'all gonna say 3 compliments about your wife, 2 of your wife's strengths, and then the last thing, which is only one thing, what do you feel like her superpower is? Okay. I know that was, yeah, look, everybody scratching their head. But I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for just a hot second while I talk to the people. 3 compliments, 2 of her strengths, and then her one superpower, or one of her superpowers. Okay. We all know that women run the world. I'm just saying, we make the world go around. Y'all just wouldn't be without us. So it was only right. And I think it's fair that we love on each other. The wives love on each other. And it's fair that y'all show us love. Especially because in the podcast world, there is so much negativity and all that toxic masculinity that's happening. And so I think it would just be nice to just be more positive.
Did you say negativity or negativity?
Negativity. But negativity too. Whichever one, depending on the day at this point. So, okay, I'm gonna let Jarvis start with his first to give y'all a little more time in case y'all still over there thinking. So, what would you say about your lovely wife? 3 compliments about me.
3 compliments?
Mm-hmm.
She's selfless. She's nurturing. And she's inspiration. So, she's very selfless. She's the type of person, whether you're a friend, me, or whatever, if you have, I'm thinking about doing something like this, or I want to start doing this or doing that. She didn't, come home, I got everything for you. She did all the leg work.
Yes.
Ooh, you can do it like this, do it like that. And it's like, okay, yeah, it was just a thought. But I appreciate it. But you know what? I gave you an idea, you took off and ran with it. Now look, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest. But she's a person that gives you start. So it's also her nurturing way. She may come off as hard, but deep down inside, she's a very soft, like I said, soft and caring person. She knows what to say, and she's gonna comfort you. She creates that safe space for me to where I can go and be vulnerable with her and understand she's able to console me or give me advice or things of that nature. And also inspirational, she's a career woman. She runs many businesses. That teaches me, it gives me inspiration to strive. I want to be great at this. I want to be able to do this, to try new things, be able to do that, and not be afraid to be bold and be confident. It's one of those things where she inspires me to do that, to be a better version of myself.
Damn. Real niggas cry.
Thank you, honey bunny. It's funny that you use that example of if somebody tell me they want to do something, here I go with the whole plan mapped out.
She does.
I've literally had some of my homegirls tell me I want to, and then they'll shut up, and I'll be like, why tell me this? No, because then that means I'm actually have to do it because you finna come with a whole plan. And so it took one of my homegirls a whole year to come back and tell me what she wanted to do. And by the time we got off the phone, I had sent her this whole text of okay, this is when you gotta reach your license, and she lives in a whole nother state. I'm you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and call these people tomorrow morning. And she God damn. I said, well, don't tell me. If you ain't ready to be about that life, don't tell me. Cause I'm gonna put you there.
She gonna give you that push. Whoosh, go ahead and do it.
Right?
Now you
Figure out
you know
later.
what? I can't do this. Let me go ahead. You know. So also, I'll say like 2 of her strengths. Her social skills are immaculate. You know, like I said on episode 3, she's brought me out of my shell. So it's one of those things. It makes me comfortable to do that. You know, I ain't afraid to make fun of myself on camera or whatever. It's also is because of her, like her social skills and how she's able to. Another thing is her emotional maturity. So it's one thing, like you said, I'm able to be vulnerable and tell my wife something. She's helps me to be able to communicate it, process it, and understand it versus ridiculing me where it's like, oh damn, I just showed you, so now I gotta cut it off. Nah, when a moment when that happened and I was able to share something with her that I didn't like or felt was silly, she was able to take it and make me understand it better to where the point where I could talk to her all day, you know. And I'm not really a man. I'm a man of few words, but sometimes I be talking her ear off. So if she's brought that side out of me and been able to do that. That's 2 of her strengths that I always said. You know, they're like her one superpower is her vision. She's a woman that knows what she wants and not afraid to go after it. So I always tell her she's my eye in the sky. So like, fellas, we play games, Call of Duty. I'm the one out there walking out in the infantry dude. She's the sniper up there like, hey, watch your 6. You got this, you got that. So like, that's the part that I'm the one who's doing the footwork. She's the one who's looking with the eye in the sky. Got my back, doing all that love and support. So I just say there's a few things about my wife. Look, I can keep going, but I'm going to go ahead and pass it.
Let them have time. What's like your wife? My man.
Period.
Okay, Rob, what you got?
I was gonna throw it to Spencer. I'm just kidding. 3 compliments. She's understanding, is intelligent, thoughtful with her giving. I'll say, just understanding of me doing doing this and not having the traditional type of employment, things like that, like making me able to make my moves, or I want to be creative and do the music, do podcasts, do all this stuff. So she's very understanding in that way, like, because I'm gonna do it. Because when I say I'm gonna push, and like I said, y'all need let's go. Showtime said he was doing this, he gonna push. I'm gonna push. However, I can move that forward. So I was like, let's go here. She understanding how I move sometimes. Like she is understanding that I also am forgetful, and because what I say is blame my head, not my heart. Cause it ain't on my heart. If I skip over something, I'm not doing it maliciously. She understands that, and she's thoughtful with her giving. Like when she gives people gifts, it's like not just a gift card or something. Like she going, oh I saw you like this, or especially around, hey, I thought she could use this, or something. And she fits her gifts in people's personality. Like her dad's a huge Sox fan, her uncle's a huge Cubs fan. So every time they get something, they lay it out with everything they love, and they love it every time. Just being thoughtful instead of just being like, here and there. What was the 2?
Strengths.
2 strengths. I would say her 2 strengths are organization. She can organize some shit out, some shit. She got her planner all laid out.
Right.
Organizing and planning, and then like budgeting too. Like she gonna whip it up. Like she know exactly where it needs to go where. So and then I say superpower. Her superpower I say is to go get it. Like if she want to go get this job or do whatever she want to do, she gonna go out and get it. So she been just keep level up. So whatever she put her mind to do, if she got a study to do for it, she got to just take a dumbass test to do for it. She gonna get up and go do it. That's it. Like she's gonna go get it. I could go on all day.
Me, one, super supportive. Supportive. No matter what it is. 2, I love how she is with my boys.
Great mom.
Love how she is with my boys. And 3, her work ethic. I gotta compliment her work ethic. It gets on my nerves, but I gotta compliment it. What's the 2?
Strengths.
2 strengths. She's one of the smartest people I know. I'm not gonna say that so she can hear me. But, you know, she definitely one of the smartest people I know. That I'm gonna just stick with that. Superpowers. At the end of the day, that's my rock. I wouldn't be who I am without her. 150 million %. I put on a big facade. I talk a good game, but behind this great man is that woman. And I could do that shit all day.
It was crazy that I'll go last because at first I was kind of mad like that, and now I'm gonna have to try to say stuff
that nobody else said.
But
if it's your truth,
but no, because like that's like y'all. I see a lot of y'all in each other, so like it makes sense. Like she's super supportive, you know what I'm saying? Like
all intelligent,
super supportive of like all the different stuff that I did. I had all type of different jobs, career paths, all type of stuff, and she's always just been like, all right, okay. It's just that faith and support, you know what I'm saying, definitely, you know, always is, you know, feels good to have that in your corner. She's super caring, enough for the both of us, because I don't be caring.
Damn.
Like that, but it gets on my nerves sometimes. I'm just like, dang, girl, like, say fuck you to somebody one time or something. She don't really be on that.
Oh,
like that's really cool. That's cool.
You late. That's why I said what I said.
That's cool.
Oh.
You know, have that. And then my
that
third
light
one,
bright as fuck. I can't see past it.
and my third one was alright, cause I don't forget.
He gonna forget.
Oh, please, compliments, right?
I had him. No, because
it's all Rob's fault.
man, that's crazy. Alright, I'll come back to the compliment because I gotta say the stuff I remember. Okay.
Okay.
So like strengths, organization. As far as like the planner, like that's her shit. Like that's a yearly talk for us. That's how much she's into it. Like she got a planner and she want me to be in on it so bad. Like she has like the family calendar to help me. I don't really be using it that way, but it's helpful, and I'll just be like, dang, she really be trying to help me, and that's another. I think she always is trying to like,
She's a very helpful person.
like not even, I mean, like upgrade me, whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever that I'm struggling in, whatever, she's always uplifting. There it is. That's what I'm like. That's my compliment. That's my third compliment.
Okay, all right.
He got it back.
All right, now you're
You know
gonna
what
make
I'm
it
saying?
fit.
It's like, no, because that's not the same support. You feel me? So I just wanted to clarify that. And then, like, yeah, the budgeting. You feel me? When we first got together, I used to be on her ass and I think she like still like uses checks. And like bounces a checkbook.
Oh, so she been old since before.
Yeah, but it's because of her dad.
Big auntie.
Yeah, like it makes sense. But like I used to just be like, bruh, like dang, I'm like dating a granny. But like it's so awesome when I know where the money is and all the time. Like I'm just like, hey, okay, like that's why like early episodes we were talking about the joint accounts and stuff like I've never been stressed about us having all the money in one place because I know that it's like we're good. You know what I'm saying? And I think her superpower is patience. Because puts up with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Me and my sons who are little me's and the rest of the world, you know what I'm saying, through it all, she looks like that most of the time with a little smirk on her face. So, you know, and I just be like, good for you. I'll be like you when I grow up. You know.
Now flex on her.
Yeah. I want to be like the boss man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize to show for my outburst because we have an off-screen guest. Because K. Cole.
Oh, I can't see either.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was shocked. Sammy, who is not on screen because she's shy. Okay. Say hi, Sammy, please, so they can hear your voice and know that K. Cole's not Manti Te'o. Yeah. He's not making her up. She's here. She's in the building. Thank you for joining us.
It's her building.
It's her building. It's her building.
That's why I said that.
That's
I said not so she can hear me or nothing. I never say that.
I was like, can she hear you from way up there?
Can she hear you?
Right there.
All right.
Especially because I know them to be like, they got that rough love because it's
They got that rough love.
So like they've been together since high school, so they like joke rough and like do stuff that like we don't.
That's their love language.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but I'll be in the background like with your
Hey, she gonna be my thumb next time. We gotta take a nap. I hope so. Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. Excellent.
She can be heard.
Excellent.
She fucking know what's up, man.
And here I am, like, falling out if you call me Brittany. Who am I? Like, what?
Hey, like I said a couple episodes ago, he's been here, so he know. Like I said, he really knows the dynamic.
Oh yeah, no, they be
Like so when when we was talking one time, he was like, I was like, yeah, I call her bae and babe sometimes.
Oh
he was
yeah, I was so freaked out.
He was freaked out.
I was like, dude, if I ever heard y'all call each other pet names, I think it would be like, I thought they were out like.
Somebody need to call 911. Somebody need to call the police. Blink Twice. That was a good movie.
That's a sign of stress.
Crazy.
So he was super shocked when I'm like, yeah, we
do that.
We do that. That's normal.
But he's so used to.
Yeah.
That's literally my best friend.
Oh.
Don't get it twisted. She makes my ass itch, but that's my best friend.
That's very. They have wipes for that?
Kay is on a roll today.
Hey.
Kay is on a roll.
Y'all say I'm the mom.
The AK is firing. Okay. The AK is firing.
I'm not yourself when you're fatigued.
Snickers, you need Snickers.
I love it.
Preparation age. This episode is brought to you by
They got wipes for that.
Please.
When I say that, when I say she make my ass itch, you know, it get a little irritating.
That's
you
a
know,
very
that's
uncomfortable
no
feeling.
irritation.
Snip that
I
out.
enjoy that irritation. From her.
Oh,
But you can't put those. You can't say enjoy when I put ass. And you can't put them two together, but you enjoy that shit.
all right.
Can't say earlier.
No,
He said
if she's doing it, it's not. No. It doesn't work that way.
Fine.
Watching.
She's doing it, it's okay, it's so funny.
Let's put this train back on the track. Right.
How
AK Cole for real. She going crazy today.
Y'all is hilarious. So at what point, and we may have touched on this a little bit in one of the first episodes, but at what point throughout y'all relationship, did you look at your wife and you were just like, damn, I hit the jackpot?
every day.
All right.
So I remember mine very specifically because y'all know we was playing games at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so one time I had to go out of town. So I was in Pennsylvania and she's still in Carbondale. And whenever I got back to Illinois, I was going to have to drive back to Carbondale. So I need some bread. My check, I had direct deposit at the time. See, I need her because and I had a Walmart money card. You feel me? I had no real bank. So I used to have to pick up my checks. So she literally went and picked up the check and then...
And she ain't steal it.
No. She mailed it to me in Pennsylvania, like express mail and everything. Like, it was so lit. And I was just like, we wasn't even a thing or nothing. Like, we was just homies. You feel me? Like, you know.
She was treating you like
Who
the
did not
right?
homie stuff sometimes. And,
Situation.
you feel me?
Literally.
But I was just like, damn, why she, like, that's a little above and beyond.
Like, why she do that for me?
Right. So I'm just like, and like, so that's what made me even like start like looking at her for real, like, no, probably hold on to this one. You feel me? And, you know, we was on the accelerated path, so it wasn't. That's just the very like first
yeah.
distinct memory that I'm just like, nah, bro, like you should ride with her. You feel me? So
Okay.
Me. So again, this started early back in high school. She a year older than me, so this was my senior year. She was in college, and we, you know, like I said, we started off kind of rocky and shit. But it got to the point where things got super rocky, and it was like, all right, she was at school. I'm like, this gonna work, you know. You got to come back home. And she came back home and went to Prairie State. So I'm like, she left school to come back home for me.
That's a sacrifice.
Right, let's do
That's a hell of a sacrifice. So she dedicated. Okay.
She was willing to give. Not saying that that's where she wanted to be, but she was willing to change her location to make it work. So
that is deep. That's some shit. Like I said, every day, man. Just every day. No, early on, it was just like it was just so much like synergy. We clicked. We got along great. And just her being like, I don't know, she was different than anybody else. Like as far as like on her shit, like I'm not playing about school. I'm not playing about life. Like if we gonna do this, we gonna be together. I'm not like, she just didn't play about shit. So that was like refreshing. And it was just her. Like we was just, like when we was together, time would just be like, it would just disappear, and then we gotta leave and be super sad, like super sad. So that was kind of like, damn, like, all right.
So I think y'all, the way how y'all was set up played a big part. Y'all wasn't always under each other together all the time.
No, she was gone. I was
y'all
here.
had to travel together, so it made the time together.
Yeah, and then when it was like when she would leave, I'd be like, dang, like, okay, I want to call, like I'm on phone with her, like
Kissing her before she was gone.
Exactly, type shit. So yeah, definitely like when we was at Carbondale and she had to go or I had to go back home. It would be like. It'd be like the end of a movie. Like, I'll be watching her from the train. She chased the train down the track. So, no, that's it.
The rain out the window, the rain pulls off.
And then sometimes come give me like, what up, bro? What up, Shell? You ready to hoop? Yeah, I guess we could hoop.
I got nothing else. There was a lot of instances that I knew, but I'll say she challenged me to be better. So it was one of those things where you always want to feel like you're good at something, but I told her, like, I had my plan laid out. Like, I was like, oh, I want to do this in my career. And she was like, well, how you going to get there? So I was like, I'm just going to do it. She was like, so this is what you do. You got to make up a plan. You have to set goals. You got to be able to be specific on those goals. You got to be able to, how are you going to do this? How are you going to get from step A to step B, step C? If it doesn't work like that, what's your contingency plan? We have to be able to do things like that. How you gonna do that? So it got my head to thinking and was like, you know what? That's the first time that I could see like a woman has really like challenged me to be better and be more specific in what I wanted. And like no other woman has ever did that. And a lot of times you may think that people are being so, oh, this person's difficult, they doing all this and being extra and all that. But a lot of times when they're doing that, that shows that they really care about you because they see potential or see something in you and they want to be able to bring that out. So when I realized that, I was like, you know what? That wasn't going to be my wife. It was at that moment. And sure enough, a few months later down the line, she took me on my first trip out of town to Jamaica. My first passport for my birthday. She set up the whole thing, everything. And I was like, and she was just like, oh, just set these dates aside, you know, put your vacation days in for this and that. Now, I had no idea where I was going. I ended up finding out. Well, that's a whole nother story. But
Nosy Rosie.
it was
surprise trip
very,
to Jamaica?
Yes.
You want another partner? I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica.
So it definitely was.
They both about to be at your house.
Hey, but now I'm taking out your stuff.
Taking out the trash.
I'm taking out the good stuff.
You
You
taking
know?
out the can show, taking it outside.
Right, period.
She said, you took him on a surprise trip.
Right.
Out of the country is crazy.
country is crazy.
Surprising people out of the country.
And I
How did you get his passport?
Okay. So
Uh-oh.
first of all, I had him do the application. I was like, you just need a passport. If you gonna be with me, we finna be traveling all over the place. So that was how I purposed it. So it get. But the man dragged his feet for like 2 months, and I'm like, did you get your passport? Is it coming in the mail? He over told something. I don't know what happened. It never took place. I had a group chat with his dad and his mom. I'm like, hey, did the passport come in the mail yet? Like, and his dad was like, nah. That's how I found out.
That he was pussyfooting.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, if you don't get this fucking passport now.
I'm trying to take you to Jamaica.
And I didn't even tell him at that time. But yeah, so that's how I ended up getting him to get the passport.
Wow.
Like, I had
You have to
to.
just say it.
No. I think
In so many words,
He
not so
knew
nice
something
words.
was
It was
happening.
like, go get it now. You know how like in that moment. So my
you
mom
talking
is a
to your
very direct person. Like, look, when you know your mom, black mama give you that look. It gave them like, oh shit, look, let me go ahead. Look.
Let me go take care of that.
In the morning, look, we go get that.
Yeah.
So then, but at that time, I didn't know. Like, it was just like, okay, just get it, But I didn't know she was taking me out. It never crossed my mind. So how I found out was one day she was over at my parents' house and we was just sitting over there chilling, and she was like showing me a text of like her and her friends. It was something. So she gives me the phone. I'm reading the text, and she walks away. So you know how somebody give you the phone or something and you just read it and you scroll. So I ended up scrolling too much, and she's like, ooh, we going to Jamaica birthday and blah blah blah. And I'm like, and so now
He said, I wasn't supposed to see that. Dang.
I was surprised.
Learn to
did
get
you
your
think-
feelings hurt.
So wait, when did you tell her that you knew?
So I had to tell her. So right, I was getting ready for a training at my job. So it was gonna take about 2 months. So my birthday is in May. So the training was gonna start in like the middle of March. So it was gonna take me all the way up until my birthday.
Ooh.
So and I had to tell my job like, hey, I'm gonna be off at this time because during that training I don't know if I was gonna be able to use any of my vacation
Right.
during that time and miss the training. So I had to go there. I had to give them the itinerary. It's like, well, so I went to my manager. And she was like, well, show me
You gotta show me what you're doing.
because it's already. I'm like, if it's already people, just bring me the itinerary and all of that, and I can be able to get you approved for those.
Excuse
days.
absence.
Excuse right.
Right.
So I'm like, I gotta go. I'm like, telling them, man, I gotta go tell my wife, tell my lady. She wasn't my wife at the time. I'm like, I gotta go tell my girl that I know what she taking.
Did
She was
you?
like, oh.
You could have still played it like, hey, can you?
Huh?
Did he show anything like he knew, or did you think about that after you gave him the phone? Like,
Nah, because the nigga wasn't supposed to be scrolling.
Exactly.
The message was right there. I'm like, but when he hit me up, he was like, yeah, I know we going out of town. What you talking about? I'm at work. At this time, I was still working for the state. I'm in Waukegan for work. Ain't nobody taking you nowhere. I know. I saw. So he had to literally tell me what he just said. I was like, so he's like, so they need to know. I said, who needs to know? And that's what he said his job. I was like, I'll print out the itinerary for you.
Now I
so
gotta
they
break
can know.
character because
Right, like the fuck. But it was cool. So yeah, that was a surprise. That was actually a 3-part surprise.
Hey, but look, it's a good thing that worked out because it could have been fucked up.
Yeah, because he'd be like, I can't go.
I would have been fine. I knew because the minute he started that training, I knew it was a possibility. I didn't tell him that, but I knew it was a possibility that they were going to need that information because they can't miss so many days from training. So I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared for him to tell me like, I know we going to Jamaica. And I'm like,
So how far out was it that you?
Oh, it was like 6 months.
That you found out?
That I found out, yeah. So I knew.
Oh, damn.
So like I found out. It was around Christmas time when I found out.
Okay.
And how long did it wait?
It was like First week of March. First week, so like then in like almost 3 months.
3 months of you knowing without her knowing, you know.
And you almost got away with it, because what the hell was you gonna do?
But I was like, whatever.
So,
he ain't know about the other 2 surprises, so I was
the-
staying with it.
Exactly. So she actually surprised me twice, 2 other times on my birthday, because I was turning 30, so it was a milestone for me. So before we left out of town, I already knew about that. So my parents were like, you know, my mom and my dad, they were like, we're going to take you out to eat for your birthday before you leave. So I'm like, okay. So it was like a Saturday night. So I'm like, okay. They're like, well, be ready at this such a time. I'm like, all right. So my dad ended up saying, he's like, you know, I'm tired. I just came off work. I'm not going to do it. So it was like, my mom's like, but I'm still going to take you. All right. So we get my mom's driving. We get in the car. It's just me and my mom. She's, so now I see my mom's phone ring. It's her. Now her phone's connected to the car. So my mom was like, yeah, I'm in the car.
I'm in the car with
You know, they had like some random conversations. So I'm still not thinking nothing of it. So I'm driving. Now, my parents live in the suburbs. So we usually go anything like Oak Brook or anything like that. We driving downtown. Still didn't think nothing of it. We go to this restaurant. I'm like, oh, this is a nice restaurant. Go up the elevator. As soon as we go up the elevator, I see Shaniqua and my friends and all like people out there. They're like, happy birthday. I'm like, still didn't hit. I'm like, oh, mama, thank you. Blah, blah.
Niggas always going back to their mama.
I'm thinking my mama did this. Wow.
Except for my kids, they going to their daddy.
And so she gets, man. So we have a rooftop bar, everything. We have food, games, and all that. And crazy part, I'm enjoying myself. So then I look at her over there. She's over there crying. I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, cause this all messed up. Like this wasn't even the restaurant that we had went to wasn't even the restaurant that they had booked. They had booked another spot. The other spot that day had told them like
I literally pulled up to the restaurant and they was like, oh, we're closed for an event.
Exactly.
This event, right?
I know, because like I made reservations, but yeah.
So she had to basically plan at another venue within like 3 hours.
Not even.
And so like to make that work, and I'm just telling like, you know, it's good, it's fine, I'm here, we're enjoying ourselves. Mm-hmm. And then I felt bad because earlier that day we were together. And she was like, you know, one of my friends, they coming from out of town, you know, I'm going to go hang with them. And I'm like, okay, yeah. But we had spent that together today. She was like, and she had asked the question, like, are you going to miss me? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to miss you. But like, and then help my head, I'm like, you know, I'm glad you're gone now, look, because you was getting on my nerves.
See,
Negativity.
So we did that, right? That was the day before a few days before we left out. So when we go to Jamaica, you know, we had a flight from Chicago to Charlotte. So we go there, we go to Charlotte, right? We walking through the airport and all that. Next thing you know, my cousin and his girlfriend are meeting us at the bar. And I'm like, hey, what's up? What y'all doing here? They was like, we going to Jamaica with you. I'm like,
oh, wow.
I'm expecting that.
That's fire.
So like, man,
She's put shit together.
She did.
Where you want to take me?
It's surprising Jarvis fun because he really know what's going on.
Yeah, it is. It be like, but it be like, are you on the little yellow school bus today, or just like?
Are you on the little yellow school bus?
Which one am I getting right?
It's one of those things like for me, like, man, I am.
But wait, baby, take him a minute to connect. That be the thing. Every story he just told you, you still didn't realize it was surprises for him.
Like, you gotta hit me upside the head. I gotta process that pain.
Process the pain.
That's funny.
You got the buffer.
Dude, I don't remember Jarvis being slow. Not crazy, but like.
You just be quiet.
Yeah, that's why probably. If I say too much, these niggas gonna know I'm in remedial
That's
classes.
all. The same thing, Jarvis is like really smart. His processing time is just.
It's just a little slow.
It happens to the best of us. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no,
like,
I know.
I'm accustomed to it.
Because my short-term process would be like, dang, what was we just talking about? So it happens to the best of us.
Okay, anyways, y'all, any other tidbits or tidbits, I should say, that y'all want to say about y'all lovely wives? One last little shout out, one last little positive word.
Without her, there is no me.
Aww.
You have a good woman at your side. You support her. You uplift her. She definitely will make you better. You gonna rise to new heights. That's the goal. That's the whole like process on life. Every good man has a great woman behind him.
I think we can end on that. I like
All
that.
right then. And on that note, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank for this very first month of our recording process. Y'all, we gonna survive the month.
Facts.
Survive the month of March.
Golf clap.
And with that being said, follow us on all social media platforms. Marriage is wild.
Peace.